At the last Senate hearing on the Department of Agriculture's 2026 budget, we were issued a direct challenge to take charge of farm-to-market roads projects ourselves rather than leave them in the hands of the Department of Public Works and Highways. The concern is rightly pointed out by the committee chair lies in the troubling pattern of overpricing and alleged corruption in the past infrastructure efforts. Instinct tells us to steer clear, to play it safe, but this is no time for hesitation. The Senate has drawn the line, take on the task or lose the budget. So, after consultation with the DA family, we rise to meet the moment. Sobrang mahalaga ang farm-to-market roads, hindi lang para sa ating mga magsasaka at sa sektor ng agrikultura, kundi para rin sa kaunlaran ng kanayunan at kasiguruhan ng sapat, ligtas at abot-kayang pagkain sa buong bansa. Para sa bayan, hindi namin tatalikuran ang hamon ng panahon. According to Senator Gatchalian's own estimates, over 10 billion in potential overpricing has plagued the 70,000 kilometers of FMRs already built. We have actually flagged these, and we consider this as ghost or semi-ghost projects as we have earlier reported. This is enough to construct a two-lane highway from Manila to Apari. This is no minor discrepancy. These are roads the nation paid for, yet many of our farmers have yet to walk on them. Let me be very clear. We will not go at this alone. This mandate is too large, too critical, and too prone to misuse to be entrusted to a single agency. We need and we will work hand in hand with local governments who know their communities best. We will bring in farmer groups whose livelihoods depend on these roads, and we will need to enlist independent auditors and third-party surveyors, of course, mga reputable ho, to ensure every peso serves its true purpose. If we're going to build roads, they must lead to farms, not fraud. Let this be the start of something better, transparent, inclusive, and truly in service of the Filipino people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and esteemed members of the committee.
Thank you, Secretary Kiko. We're glad you're taking on the challenge. Sabi nga nila, in crisis there is opportunity. So hopefully, moving forward, we can make the most out of every peso that is allocated for the Department of Agriculture and its attached agencies, and ensure that it is money well spent. After all, kulang na nga ang pondo para sa Department of Agriculture and the agri and fisheries sector. So akuin na natin, yakin natin na, and you are right, in the end, magandang i-incorporate yung citizens participatory audit para matiyak na hindi napupunta kung saan-saan, merong transparency, merong accountability. I think kung meron tayong matututunan dito sa nakaraang hindi tama na mga pangyayari ay mahalaga itong transparency and accountability sa pag-iimplementa ng mga proyekto. With that, we call on the Secretary of the Committee to acknowledge our resource persons and place their presence on record.
Good morning.
Secretary Lina, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning po. In attendance today are first, of course, the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture, Francisco Pichu Laurel. Undersecretaries, Attorney Alvin John F. Balagbag, Engineer Roger V. Navarro, Nora C. Oliveros, Carlos C. Carag, Engineer Zamzamin Lampatuan, Jerome V. Oliveros, Cheryl Marina Natividad Caballero, Constante de Jesus Palabrica, Drusilla Esther Bayate, and Assistant Secretaries Telma Tolentino, Daniel Alfonso N. Ataide, Attorney Genevieve E. Velicaria Guevara, Attorney Joycel R. Panlilio, Arnel V. De Mesa, Attorney Willie Ann M. Angsi, Hugh Nichols A. Manalo, Philip C. Yang. The rest of the attendees' names, Mr. Chair, shall be entered into our record. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Lina. We can now proceed. May we know who will be the first in the presentation? You've already had the DA Office of the Secretary and make its presentation the last time. we are now on the matter of the attached agencies and banner programs.
Mr. Chair, we would like to request na mag-umpisa kami sa rice programs.
Okay. The rice program. Also, I think there were some offices that were not able to present yesterday, the other day. Which one? Yeah, during the briefing. Anyway, they andito ata sila, no? So we will go with the order. So the rice program, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning din po kay Senator Marcoleta, Secretary Kiko, and official staff of the DA. So on behalf of Undersecretary Christopher Morales, we'll be presenting po the National Rice Program. Part of the presentation is just to...
Where is Yusek Morales?
Naka-personal medical leave po, sir.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So, can we request the slides to be flashed? Sir, before I present yung budget, let me first inform the body of the challenges that the rice industry, including our rice farmers, have been facing. So, from the low farm productivity resulting to high loss along the value chain, high cost of fertilizer and other inputs, resulting to also to low value palay, including na rin po yung effects ng bad weather, no, and climate change, to uncertainties in global trade due to policy shifts sa ating mga partner exporting countries, as well as yung competition ng imported rice affecting yung local production and supply. Pati na rin po sa increasing population consuming large volume ng rice, pati na rin po sa rising inflation leading to expensive food prices, resulting din po sa malnutrition, hanggang po dito sa weak institutions, no, yung fragmented agricultural extension systems, small farms leading to limited scales, as well as po yung unclear roles and relations between national and local government units. Ito po halos ang it encapsulates yung challenges ng rice industries.
Before you proceed, we acknowledge the presence of the chairperson of the Committee on Finance, Senator Win Gatchalian. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead, you may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So to address this, the current administration developed or formulated what we call the Masagana Rice Industry Development Program. Apologies, wala po yatang naka-flash na PowerPoint. We submitted to the Secretariat po, Mr. Chair.
Can we have the PowerPoint uploaded?
Okay, thank you po. Can I proceed, Mr. Chair?
Matagal pa ba? Okay, let's just... We actually have the hard copy, so please proceed while
Okay,
we're
thank you.
uploading it. Go ahead.
To address this po, the Department of Agriculture developed what we call the Masagana Rice Industry Development Program, or MRIDP. This is an immediate term approach aimed to operationalize activities that would address the challenges that I mentioned. Una po, we would like to focus on optimizing production and yield while minimizing risk through location-specific, needs-based, and capacity-driven interventions. We call this becoming matatag. Then, to address the economies of scale, we would like to encourage and fast-track the formations of farm clusters and consolidation, and also establish a registry system for farmers' cooperatives and associations to strengthen their collective action and resource sharing. So we call this sama-sama. Next is continue to support the modernization of production, agribusiness, and agro-industrialization by enhancing linkages across the rice value chain to boost profitability and attract investments. So we would like to maintain ganado for the industry. And lastly, we would like to highlight the role of digital transformation in agriculture by creating an enabling environment for adopting innovative technologies, systems, and practices. At ito po ay yung napapanahon. So next slide please. Sorry. Sige po, nasa fourth. Next slide po. Yeah. This slide shows the resource framework po. No? I will no longer isa-isahin ito, but looking into the major final outputs that we would like to have that would translate to outcomes, nabanggit ko na po kanina yung improving rice yield, kasi alam naman po natin na nasa 3 to 4 tons per hectare lang po ang average yield natin. We would like also to lower and address yung production losses, which accounts around 14%. Then to diversify income resources ng ating mga rice farmers, as well as improve soil health, increase climate adaptation, and again, establish digital systems to be able to achieve a societal goals of a rice-secure Philippines, a prosperous rice farmers and communities, as well as sustainable rice industry. So for the Department of Agriculture po, it is not only the National Rice Program is being implemented, but also yung ating tinatawag na Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund. But for this purpose po, I'll just be presenting the National Rice Program. So next slide please. This slide shows po yung difference ng volume or yung volume of production ng 2024 and 2025. Both showing the first semester production. Last year, masyado pong mababa ang naging production ng ating rice sector. It fell to around 19 million metric tons total. Sorry for the year. But for the first semester, the production fell comparing to the first semester of 2023 to around 4.85%. This is a decrease of 972,000 metric tons attributable to the adverse effects of El Nino during the first semester, and also during the latter half of the last year, yung effects po naman ng typhoons due to La Nina. But for this year, for the first semester of 2025, we have achieved a record high of 9 million metric tons from a total harvest area of 2.1 million hectare with average yield of 4.28 metric ton per hectare. This is an increase of almost 0.15 metric ton per hectare from the 4.11 metric ton per hectare last year. So next slide please. In terms of budget utilization, for the continuing or for the 2024 budget, we received an GAA allocation of 30.8 million metric ton, 30.8 billion peso, sorry, with an adjusted allocation of 29.8 billion. And as of December 31, we achieved obligation of almost 97%, and out of that, almost 87% of disbursement. As of August 31 of this year, with the remaining balance of 1 billion, we already obligated around 289 million, totaling to around 28%, and 24% of that is already being disbursed. So next slide please. For the current budget of this year, while we have a President's budget of around 30 billion, we just received 21.6 billion in the GAA. And as of June 30, we already obligated around 75%, and out of that, we already disbursed around 19%. As of August 31, obligation already rose from 75 to 86%, and the disbursement is already around 39%. Just would like to show po the breakdown of the activities or the investment of the National Rice Program. Majority of the investment are in the production support services, as well as the agricultural machineries and equipment po, yung AMEPs, including yung extension services and trainings.
What's the breakdown of production support services? That's the biggest amount, no?
Seeds and fertilizer, Mr. Chair.
Just seeds and fertilizer.
Meron pa naman pong iba.
Ano
Yung buffer stocks as well. Well, buffer stock includes seeds and fertilizer also.
So buffer stocking, seeds and fertilizer. Go ahead.
So for the 2026 National Expenditure Program, we receive around 29.9 billion pesos. And comparing to the last year, the increase of 8.9 billion pesos are shared by the production support services as well as the research and development po. The rest reduced allocation. So the reason behind this is we would like to directly contribute to the production through the provision of hybrid and inbred seeds, including po yung fertilizer support, as well as to have a long-term investment through the activities of the research and development section po. So next slide please. So this just shows po yung comparison ng 2024, 2025, and 2026 budgets namin. For the 2025, the slide shows yung additional po na ibinigay po sa atin ng ating Pangulo. Of course po sa leadership po ni Secretary Kiko, yung 8.8 billion po na nawala during the President's budget at naibalik po this year. This was released just last August 15 by the DBM po. So next slide please. So what we would like to achieve by the 29.9 billion we are requesting for next year, we would like to increase the level of palay production to 21 million metric tons. This is equivalent to 13 million metric tons of rice, to be able to achieve a level of 84% self-sufficiency. We would like to cover support to 2.1 million hectares of hybrid rice areas with seeds and fertilizer, as well as 2 million hectares of inbred areas which is under RCEP, but the National Rice Program will be providing support through fertilizer provisions. We would like also to, through this investment, we would like to provide interventions covering around 85% of the total estimated rice harvest areas for next year. So next slide please. So this slide shows lang po no yung distribution ng different major final outputs, as well as yung classification po ng budget that out of the 29.9 billion, 96% of that, or 28.67 billion, is MOOE, and 4.2% or 1.28 billion is capital outlay. So I think this ends my presentation, Mr. Chen. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Senator Marcoleta.
I'd like to know, Mr. Chair, how many of the agricultural area that we have, how many hectares are devoted for rice?
Please ask question. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the question. For the irrigated area po, as reported by NIA, nasa 1.5 million hectares. But ang total na natinatanaman is just na ginagamit ay nasa 1.2 million hectares. The 2.1 million hectares that the National Rice Program is targeting is for the whole year. Meaning po, Mr. Chair, 2 cropping seasons po ito, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
You haven't answered the question completely. Senator Marcoleta is asking the universe of rice. You only mentioned irrigated. What about the rain-fed? So hindi kompleto yung sagot mo.
Yeah. Well, sir, sorry for that. Ang total area po is around 4 million hectares.
4 million hectares
Apa.
of both irrigated
Irrigated and
and rain-fed.
Apa.
And of the 4 million hectares irrigated and rain-fed, how many is irrigated? 1 point
Actually, sir, that's harvested area.
harvested area.
Apo.
Mr. Chair, conflicting kasi yung mga sagot dito sa kanilang presentation. 6.16 million hectares ang agricultural area. 2022 data ito no? PSA na naman siguro ito kaya hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan. No? That is the reason why maybe, Mr. Chair, we had only 19.04 million metric tons yield in 2024. Tama po ba yun? 2024 po ang production natin is 19.04 million metric tons.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And easily that will be 382 million bags of palay. Tama po.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Pag kinonvert po natin sa bigas, multiplied by let's say 0.63%, meron po tayong 240 million bags ng bigas. Tama po?
Around that, sir.
Ngayon po, kung ang Pilipino, palagi nating sinasabi, kumakain po ang consumption po ng Pilipino, 1.4 bags ng bigas sa loob po ng isang taon. Kahit na i-multiply pa po natin dun sa optimistic population data ng PSA na 119 million Filipinos na po tayo, that will only mean 166 million bags. Ibig sabihin po niyan, meron pa tayong surplus na 74 million bags. Kahit na po ina-assume natin, pati po yung mga sanggol ay kumakain na ng bigas. O sinaing na bigas. Paano po natin kukwentahin ito, Mr. Chair?
I believe we also have representatives from the PSA if they wish to respond to the question raised by Senator Marcoleta.
Ang ginamit ko po kasi, Mr. Chair, 119 million Filipinos today. Kung aalisin po natin yung bilang ng mga sanggol na hindi pa naman kumakain ng bigas, dahil ang kinakain naman nila ay sabaw ng bigas, alisin pa natin yung kumakain lang ng kasaba, alisin natin yung kumakain pa ng saging na sabalang, at saka mais. Easily, baka 115 lang million ang gagamitin natin. Sa mga ginamit ko na, Mr. Chair, yung 119 million. So, 166 million bags lamang po yun. Ngayon, yung iba pa naman ginagamit natin na binhi at saka iba't iba pong mga ibang bagay na produkto na galing sa bigas. Ngunit yung 74 million na surplus, malaki pa rin po yun. Kaya hindi ko po malaman bakit tayo po ay nag-import pa ng bigas, Mr. Chair.
Can we have that clarification, please? Pakisagot. I also think you did not include yung losses ng palay in the process of prior to it being milled, etc. So, may mga deductions yan including yung sinabi ni Senator Marcoleta na hinihiwalay yung binhi dun sa mga na-produce na metro tonelada. Meron ding number yan The NFA used to have all this data available, hindi ba? Is it still available? Yeah. Nung panahon ko kasi, NFA had the breakdown of all of this and it was easy. Well, at least during our time, we were able to easily justify and identify exactly how much we needed to import when we combined yung production ng yung households, NFA, buffer, private sector, etc. No? So, pwede ba ipaliwanag? Dahil kung hindi nyo may papaliwanag, bakit tayo issue ng sanitary and phytosanitary permit na sabihin natin unlimited importation
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Kasi yung per capita consumption, galing din po sa PSA yun eh. Kung talagang tayo po ay nagtitiwala sa mga statistics ng PSA, edi gamitin na natin yun. Ang sabi nila, 1.4 bags ng bigas ang national consumption per year. Yun ang per capita. So ginagamit na po natin yung 119 million. Galing din sa PSA yan. So kung aalisin po natin, i-discount natin yung hindi kumakain ng bigas, makain lang ng saging na saba, kasaba, mais, at saka yung mga sanggol na hindi pa po kumakain ng bigas. At saka po yung mga magagandang binibini na hindi kumakain ng bigas dahil yung figure nila ang kanilang pinagsisikapang ayusin. So 115 million lang siguro is a very realistic. O lalong lalaki po yung natin, yung surplus natin. Policy na po natin ang mga binhi at iba't iba pang pangangailangan ng bigas na hindi po talaga dapat na nandun sa consumption. Palagay ko naman po yung 74 million na surplus, napakalaki nito eh. Ang tinatanong po natin, bakit tayo import ng import? Tayo na po ang pinakamataas na importer na bansa sa ngayon. Agricultural country po tayo.
Okay, Secretary Kiko Laurel, you have the floor.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Medyo na ko dun sa figures kasi kung yung 1.4 bags per person per capita na sinasabi is only 70 kilos per person per year, which is sobrang liit sa
Yun po ang sinasabi ng PSA,
ang
sir.
PSA data namin, sir, Mr. Chair, is actually 122 kilos per person per year. Ang minimum, pero tingin ko mababa pa nga yung estimate na yun eh. So sa kung 144, kung 122 yan, lalabas kami ng about 14 million tons eh. Ang consumption lang ang production natin is 13 million or less than 13 million sa ngayon eh. So talagang may deficit pa talaga. Kung yun ang babasehan namin ng data, kaya we just want to check kung yung 1.4 sa PSA hahanapin ho namin yun, Mr.
Well,
Chair.
the Assistant National Statistician is here. Can you please clarify? Because kayo ang tinatanungan ng info, no? Go ahead. Ms. Laksa.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. First of all, I would like to correct the population data. The population data as of July 1, 2024 is 112,729,448. So that's the updated population count. And then as for the per capita consumption, the Philippine Statistics Authority don't actually have a latest per capita consumption data. We are using the per capita consumption of FAO.
What is our
and
official
FNR.
population?
112,729,448.
112 million.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Secretary Kiko, lalo tayong lalaki ang surplus. 112 million lang pala. Yung ginagamit ko, 119. So kahit nagamitin natin yung 122 kilos, talagang sosobra po tayo. Kung 112 million lang pala tayo, kwentahin po natin, napakadali. We will have a surplus, not deficit. We will not have to import.
Let's just finish with Ms. Laksa, yung per capita consumption. Why don't you have a local per capita consumption and you only have FAO data?
Mr. Chair, aside from FAO, the FNRI is also doing the survey to compute the per capita consumption. They are having the latest data right now.
Okay, so what
The
is your
latest that we have is 2015 pa po.
okay? Whatever you have, what is 2015 data?
I am just getting the data, Mr. Chair.
With the understanding that FNRI will have The latest data by when, would you know?
As far as I know, 2022, Mr. Chair.
Yeah nga,
2022 or 2023.
But when will they come out with it? Are you in contact with them?
Yes, Mr. Chair, it's already available, the 2023 data.
Oh, where is it?
I'll get it, Mr. Chair. If
Okay, while you're trying to, please get that data. No, we need that data in terms of per capita consumption and the latest one. And in the meantime, yes, ASEC Arnel de Mesa, please note, maliwanag yung tanong ni Senator Marcoleta. Kailangan maliwanag din yung sagot kasi
Yes po.
hindi tayo matatapos dito kung iba-iba yung figura, iba-iba yung nakikipagdebate tayo sa isa't isa dito dahil hindi natin alam ano ba talaga ang datos. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sa ngayon po, with the given population of 112 million Filipinos consuming about 122 kilos of rice per capita per year or 2.44 bags at 50 kilos per bag, that is about 273 million kilos of rice every year. Ang production po natin, 2023 was 20 million. Ngayon po, in-expect natin 20.5. Rice po yun. Ang equivalent po nun at 65%, palay po, at 65% efficiency, that's about 13 million metric tons of rice. That is equivalent to 260 million bags. So ibig sabihin po, kung assuming lahat ng rice ay gagamitin na pagkain, short na po tayo ng 13 million bags. Pero hindi po lahat ng rice na napuproduce natin ay nagiging pagkain. Meron po tayong post-harvest losses ngayon, standing about 17%.
17% ang post-harvest losses.
Yes po.
So where do you compute the losses? 17% of what? 20 million metric tons or 13 million metric tons?
13 million po sa rice, 20 million for palay.
I know, but the 17% is for which? For palay or
For palay. For palay.
So 17% of 20 million,
Yes po, Mr.
which
Chair.
means what? 3.4 million.
3.4 million
So
plus
3.4 million metric tons ang nawawala. Tama, ng palay.
yes po, plus
So 20 million less 3.4 million is how much? 16.6 million. So 16.6 million metric tons of palay ang production mo at 65% will give you less than 13 million metric tons of rice. Right?
yes po.
So what is that? What is the 16.6 million metric tons of palay times 0.65? Yan yung rice production mo. So your rice production based on your computation will be for 2024
24, Mr. Chair,
is
is
10.5 million metric tons of rice. Tama? Tama? Around. Okay. So ano ang consumption mo?
our consumption po ay 122. That's about
In metric tons, in metric tons.
13 million metric tons.
So 13 million. So ang deficit mo based on your computation is 2.5 million metric tons. Tama ang deficit. So 13.6. So ang mangyayari kung 13.6, 10.5, 13.6 less 10.5, you have 3.1 million metric tons ang insufficiency. Okay? Is that clear?
Mr. Chair, assuming na
Yes.
122 per kilo per capita tayo, so we'll wait for PSAs, ano lang.
Yes. Now, PSA, do you have the data so that we can complete the computation?
Still getting it, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sorry, with the permission of Senator Marcoleta, you have the floor. Go ahead. So, sum up nyo nga ulit. With the permission of Senator Marcoleta, please sum up what our exchange, because you confirmed all of it. So please present it again.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Umpisahan mo sa palay, tapos pababa ng pababa. Okay? Consumption, wastage, etc. para makuha natin yung figura. And before you proceed pala, I don't think NFA should have should not be able to determine yung supply ng bigas sa on a given notice, no? Kasi kayo ang nagba-buffer stock eh. Anong basis ninyo ng amounts of buffer stocking kung hindi niyo alam yung kabuuan? Di ba? Kasi dati, panahon natin, with the information of Senator Marcoleta, I'm sorry, NFA knew at exactly one point what is the supply of rice in the market, what is the deficit, because we would determine what would be the rice that is to be imported. Alam namin yan. Now, you're doing buffer stocking. Just because you lost some of your powers because of the RTF, that does not mean you should no longer be able to determine the amount of rice available in the market, in the local rice production, etc. Because you're the one that determines buffer stocking. How can you say this is the buffer stocking requirement if you don't know what exactly is the amount of rice available, hindi ba, locally? But anyway, sorry, I yield the floor again to Senator Marcoleta.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Secretary, di ba yung average yield natin per hectare is 4 tons per hectare? So kung yun ay achievable, that will be easily 24.6. Kung ang ano natin, hectareage natin is about 6. Pero sabi niya kanina 4 hectares na, ay 4 million hectares na naman, easily makakapag-produce tayo ng ng 24 million 24 million. Diba? So I will be more interested in the support services na sinasabi ninyo. This is the only way na talagang mapa-increase natin ang productivity. Ideally, dapat 5 tons per hectare para hindi lang subsistence farming tayo, Mr. Secretary. Kasi sa 4 tons average per hectare at ang farm gate price is between let's say 15 to 16 pesos per kilo of palay. Talagang the farmer will remain parang hirap na hirap eh. Ito po ang average income ng farmer according to your own presentation, 354 pesos 68 centavos per day. This is the average income, but this is not a livable income, Mr. Secretary, I think so. I think the livable income is about 1,200 pesos according to the PSA. So, baka hindi lamang 27% ang inyong poverty incidence rate. But assuming that it is, more than 567,000 farmers are impoverized today. Kaya po, malaki po ang problema natin. And considering, sabi po ninyo sa presentation ninyo, ang contribution ng agriculture to the GDP is 8%. Tama po? If we are an agricultural country and we're contributing 8% to our GDP, we are impoverized. Kasi kung agriculture dapat 80% ang contribution natin, hindi 8%. Would you agree?
Mr. Chair, tingin ko 80 medyo malaki yun, Mr. Chair.
O sige, palagay mo, bawasan mo ng konti, Mr. Secretary. Pero dapat hindi 8%. Tama. So, yun pong soil, meron po ako nakita, Mr. Secretary, na budget nyo sa soil, health soil restoration. Importante po kasi yun. Nakikita ko po yung sa kaka-fertilize natin ng chemical fertilizer, yung ating lupa po nalalason eh. Nakita ko po yung isang cooperative na gumagala dito sa Central Luzon. Tama po yung approach niya eh. Kinukuha nila yung mga waste sa mga ating mga growers. Nagagawan po nila ng paraan at nakita ko po na nare-restore nila yung health ng ating sakahan. And there is a tremendous yield parang napapataas pa nila ng halos 10 to 15% ang production. Naku-cure pa nila yung lupa. I think you should give a little attention to soil restoration. Nakita ko po kung tama yung 2026 estimate. There's a 1 billion budget for that, Mr. Secretary. I think we should also look into that. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Thank you, Senator Marcoleta. We now